Greetz peeps, it's the Living Fruits on YouTube. Hope you're having a good day. It's Saturday and it's cloudy out. It's going to be raining on and off today, but it's not massively cold. So I might go out and have a little potter. I have literally no plans. I might go to a poetry event this evening. It's like dance poetry. It's these poets who merged dance and poetry together, and there's a screening. Do you like this print, this head wrap that I've made out of material? I brought this back from Gambia and some other lovely materials as well. That orange one that you see me in often. And I've also made notebooks out of them. See, I have a notebook that matches my headband. I thought this was weird, like I stopped wearing this one, so I was like, I don't like that it matches, but I quite like that it matches now. It's pretty cool. Oh, head and heart. I quite like that it matches. And I've also got this one as well. And when I got this down to show you, I was just sort of flicking through it, and it's just so interesting how each of my journals, where I write my personal notes and my meditations and thoughts and stuff, it is like a little mini episode, like chapters of my life inked onto pages. Yeah, nice. I do wonder what's going to happen with all my musings. Some of them are a bit outrageous. Like when I was in my teens, I used to write down what happened, exactly what happened. And then at some point it turned to writing down what I thought about what happened. And from there it's just escalated to, you know, metaphysics. The stuff that I can't say or that I think doesn't exist unless I write it down and it comes out of my mind and I can read it back, if that makes sense. Anyways, there's going to be a giveaway soon. I know I promised to give away, but everything has to be right and everything has to be okay. And I hope you enter it. Also, I have an Etsy shop, and in the Etsy shop you can get a notebook like this and a bundle as well. So I'll leave a link at the end of this video so you can check it out and treat yourself or a friend or a family member. Handmade by the Living Fruits. Can you hear that burbling? It's the radio. I've always got Radio 4 or colourful radio or something in the background. I am my mother's child. So I'm really antsy. I just want to be out. I just need some fresh air. And I have to wait in. I'm going to read my quantum lyrics. This guy, Avan Jordan. If you're into poetry, Avan Jordan. Oh my goodness me. I love this guy. He has this book called Magnolia. If you're into poetry, read Magnolia. It will change your life. So I'm going to just wait in for a bit and have a cuppa. Check out these lines. It's from a poem, Quantum Lyrics Montage. I won't forget forces come in pairs. Two lovers kiss, someone gets hurt. The action of love and the reaction of disappointment are equal forces. Fire! I'm in my local park. Maybe I'll do some silky park shots. Can you hear my nose? I do get hay fever. The only time I've never had hay fever in my life is the one summer where I was raw. And that summer I never had any hay fever symptoms. And I thought, I'm cured. But as soon as I started eating cooked food again, they came back. It was the change in diet. Because I was still eating quite raw the following summer, but I got hay fever again. It's just the change in diet. Almost going into a shock of detox. So your body reacts differently until it gets used to the new state. Anyway, I really quickly wanted to talk about this programme. I don't know if I'm going to last with my arm out like this. I might have to change position. There's this programme, Love Island. Probably you have it in the US as well. And one of the contestants was Miss England. One of those beauty titles. She actually had sex on the show, and they have stripped her of her Miss England title. So they were asking the question, should she have been stripped of it or not? Because if it was a guy, would the same thing happen to him? She can no longer be a role model for doing something like that. so publicly, like on the TV. Not the sex, not the guys, not the being on the show, but just actually having sex in public. It's not good role modelling. Well, I have to agree. There's young women watching that, like making it okay to be so public about such an intimate act. And I know that, you know, I'm not prudish, I don't have anything against sex, wherever you want to have it, but I do think there's responsibility for our young people. Secondary to how a guy would be treated, I don't think that's an argument to bring into it. And ultimately, these flipping reality shows where women are pitted against one another, like that whole Housewives franchise, where women are sort of put in a position where they can become catty and argue, and the whole show just becomes about how they argue and not get on and be horrible to one another and bitch about each other. It just makes women look so bad, like we don't have any camaraderie. And as a womanist, it just drives me mad, because I know that young women are watching these programs and thinking that's some kind of way to behave, because why wouldn't they? It's on the biggest public platform that we have, the television. So I just despair of these programs that make women look like that. Just some semblance of integrity and self-awareness, my goodness me, and responsibility. These programs don't allow for it, but, you know, when are they going to stop? Who's going to stop them? It's just going to get worse and worse. Anyway, here's my little rant for the day. I'm going to carry on reading my book for about 40 minutes. I've got to go home and get ready. You know that line I read you? It kind of turned into something. I will, you know, if I feel to, I will share a little bit of it. I don't know how it finishes though. I feel cold. I'm going to go inside the cafe. I don't love their tea and coffee though. Maybe they have some food. I said I didn't like their tea, but I had their food. But that sauce was freshly made. Everything in there is freshly homemade. I didn't know that. It was good. Okie dokie. I've had a lovely afternoon with Ava and Jordan. And you, of course. And I will share those poems, but probably have to leave it till tomorrow now. Shoes that I actually wore. Just don't fancy heels this evening. But I'm going to end this video here and say thank you very much for watching. Please thumbs up and share. Subscribe if you're new here, and if you are, welcome to the Fruit Fam. And I shall see you all tomorrow. Don't forget to keep reaching for those good feeling thoughts.